This Sunday, November the 7th, Nicaragua sees general elections. In order to have more details on the matter, and given the importance of this day, we welcome Manuel Espinoza, Director of the Regional Center for International Studies. Be welcome, Manuel.
Thank you very much. Here we are.
So now we will have a first question for you. Just like Venezuela a few years back and Cuba last July, Nicaragua and also its Sandinista government have suffered internal attacks, both violent with opposition groups igniting turmoil or the sanctions and policies that seek to destabilize the nation. Can we expect something alike if the Sandinismo wins this November 7th?
Well, you know, as a matter of fact, yes, we have to expect this because for decades we are fighting with the United States intervention policy. Now, again, the United States is trying to sabotage Nicaragua's elections once again. And by experience, we know that they will always try to apply this kind of tactics of strategic regimes and so on. They won't stop.
Yeah, so Manuel, we have another question for you. Recently, Ben Norton, who is in Nicaragua, he's a collaborator of us, tweeted about Steve Sweeney, an anti-imperialist British journalist who was being held in Mexico to prevent him from covering the Nicaraguan elections. Also, the censorship of several Nicaragua's institutions and officials in Twitter and YouTube accounts has happened recently. So what we can expect today and in the upcoming days from the media war on Nicaragua?
You know, the elections are being held in a pacific way. Everyone is going to vote to have this right, and of course, United States media won't say that. They will say all the contrary, and that's why we have invited a lot of observers to Nicaragua, and we don't expect any kind of change in the media conduct of the United States media. They will always try to criticize the process, and no matter if we are telling the truth, they have their opinion, their policy, their tactics, and we believe they won't change. But this cannot stop us because this is our right, this is our struggle for freedom, for sovereignty, and this is not the first time that we deal with this kind of policy of aggression. And the people, it's voting. No matter what they say now, no matter what they will say tomorrow, and so on. We know we are making our right come true.
Yeah, we have seen the images of the people voting and going to the polls, even in family, even in a festive way, because this is a nice and happy day for the Nicaraguan people. But we have to do another question to you. So last but not least, given the strong presence of progressive governments like Cuba and Venezuela and left-guided forces like Peru and Bolivia, but also the coexistence with right-wing governments like Bolsonaro's in Brazil or Duque's in Colombia, how can these elections define Latin America's political landscape?
Well, you know, Nicaragua now is a good example of democracy, a new kind of democracy, where people really choose their candidates. These are our candidates, nor the White House candidates. As you said, in the morning, we have already voted. This is my finger. I have already voted. But I, as my family did, voted for our candidate. Know what the White House is telling us not to vote or for whom we have to vote. Now in Central America, there is a good situation, you know, a political situation in El Salvador also, in Honduras also. They are coming to realize that we have to change this kind of mentality, aggressive. They consider us as the backyard, you say. And in a lot of countries in South America, like in Ecuador, Bolivia, Venezuela, in the Caribbean, Cuba, are realizing that this kind of manipulation, that political intervention must be changed one for all. And we, Nicaraguan people, are again making in a hard way, because it's very hard, it's a strong struggle against imperialism, but at the end, we always win.
So we thank you, Manuel, for your participation here from the South, your presence in teleSUR English, and also we hope have your opinion and your criteria in upcoming briefcasts.